SpaceXs Crew Dragon capsule successfully docks to the ISS for the first time. The Verge. Just a day after, SpaceX's new Crew Dragon capsule automatically docked to a port on the International Space Station this morning, a critical part of its current test flight. This docking maneuver, the Crew Dragon, has been in orbit since around 3 a.m. ET Saturday, when it was launched into space on top of a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Once it reached orbit, the first mission arrived at the space station today when the completed soft capture on the Harmony module at 5:51 a.m. ET. SpaceX sent the Crew Dragon to various waypoints outside of the station early Sunday morning, to test the vehicle's docking capability. Using its onboard, we can confirm hard capture is complete, Anne McClain, NASA astronaut and current ISS crew member, said once the hooks had secured the Crew Dragon. Canadian astronaut: this is a new type of process for SpaceX, which has never automatically docked a vehicle to the space station before. The company has been. The docking signifies the Crew Dragon is, with the Crew Dragon attached to the ISS, the 3 crew members on board. The ISS will open the hatch on the capsule and go inside, greeting the smart dummy named Ripley that rode in one of the 4 passenger seats. They will also unpack. Then on Friday, SpaceX will send the capsule back home and attempt to land the vehicle with parachutes in the Atlantic Ocean. That landing will mark. Command line delivers daily updates from the near future.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.